Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Spectrum Drama, where we take a look at the hottest posts on Spectrum for the week and give our opinions on them. So before we get started, don't forget that we are running another giveaway for the month of January. So we did announce this on our stream the other night. If you missed it, shame on you. But basically we are giving away this month a Avenger game package, Avenger Titan game package. Comes with 2 years insurance. So if you want to be in with a chance to win that, all you need to do, as you know by now, is comment on this and every video in the month of January. If you can append your comment this month with parentheses DB. Now, if you watch our stream from the other night, DBC will likely crash, I think it was called. You'll understand the reference. But yes, parentheses DB if you want to be in with a chance to win. And that is pretty much it, I think, that we've got going on. So Happy New Year to everyone. Thanks, everyone, so much for all of the support over the past year. It's been amazing. You know, we're over the moon with our little community we've built up here. And yeah, thanks, everyone, so much for watching the videos. And let's get started. Okay, so first up, we've got a post from Yasoing, and it says, "Please, CIG." That's it. There's a Reddit post, which you'll have to link to, but there is a video which shows a guy going up, well, going up to something, opening his Moby Glass, and then changing out the modules on his ship, which is kind of something we've talked about before, and it's something that we want, everyone wants. But the first thing I have to say is, how good is his rendition of the Moby Glass? It opens smooth. It looks really nice. It's awesome.
It's actually really well created.
Yeah.
He's actually put swapping modules in ships, but the video kind of shows him switching out commodities in his Caterpillar. So I'm not sure if he's talking about actually like moving full-on modules, ship modules, or just commodities, or using the same kind of system for both things. But either way, it looks really good. Why have we not got this on the Moby Glass already?
Yeah, I mean, it looks. I mean, all right, fair enough. All he's done is created a facade of that, But yeah, I mean, why not have this? I mean, it's such a cool idea. It's something that everyone wants. It probably is way more difficult than we'll think it is. But yeah, it would just be awesome. I mean, obviously, ship modules would be awesome. But yeah, even just being able to swap out and organise your commodities and all that kind of stuff would be awesome.
Yeah. Really hope that the UI guys at CIG get on top of basically everything in the game this year. The UI, just in general, needs a real kind of love tap right now.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, from the little things, like the fact that the little man in the corner of my screen is all broken up.
Oh yeah, I get that a lot.
Makes me sad. Yeah, the other day it was so broken. In fact, it was on the stream, so if you want to see that, go and have a look. But it was so broken that you couldn't tell it was a person. And if I injured myself, God knows where, on the line pointing that way somewhere. Stupid. So yeah, they really do need to work on the UI this year. And what I hope is that they contact the man who made that, and they say, right, we're going to bring you in to smooth out our Moby Glass, because I'm sure he codes. And, obviously, why wouldn't he? And he can come in and just make it open as smooth as it did there, because that was lovely. Cool. So next up, we've got a post from Regent, and it says, "Fines are stupidly out of hand." And agreed. I was fined just for landing, running to pick up a package, taking too long, and having my ship stored. This is a common thing, where you literally a couple of minutes, and all of a sudden, they're impounding your ship and fining you for it, and it's ridiculous. I had it the other night where it took me, I think it just took me a little longer to get to the landing pad because I was talking on the stream. And by the time I got there, they'd impounded it, and I had to claim it again. And you're like, come on, really? Come on.
Yeah, I've had it as well. Got randomly impounded landing an R&R, I think. And then when I tried to respawn my ship and get out of there, the station guns just ripped my ship apart while I was trying to get off. It's a bit ridiculous, really.
It is. I think for this, that we've proved that it works. We know that the fine system works. So if they're trying to prove a point, well done, it works. Now take it out, because it is ruining the game at the moment, because you're trying to test things, do things, push the limits, feck about, just generally have fun, and you can't do certain little things because you're scared you're going to lose all your money. I mean, we've had nights where we've lost 10, 15, 20 grand, through just messing around, and they either need to remove it completely, or they need to remove fines between groups, so that you can't cause a fine to one of your friends, and you don't get a crime stat if you accidentally crash into them or something. You know what I mean? They need to come up with a system.
That kind of is in the game now, but it seems to be selective when it works, because we've had a few instances where a ship will get destroyed, and for some reason you'll get crime stat because your friend was in there. That's kind of weird. But and the other part of the problem is the actual cost of the fines. Some of the prices you get fined for certain things are just astronomical.
Yeah, massively out of proportion to what you did. It's silly. I mean, the other night when I accidentally crashed into you, I ended up with three. I don't know what you call these crime stats now, because it also I never quite. Yeah, I've got 3 stars. I had the popo. I didn't have the army yet, but it is a bit disproportionate to the crimes that people are committing, but. I suppose they need it. They need to punish people somehow, but maybe, maybe just like calm it down, tone it down a little bit.
I think we had like a boxing match just before the patch went live, and some of the fines I got for punching you in the face a couple of times was like, I think it was about 90,000. It was just ridiculous.
Yeah, that's the problem, and it fines you every time you do something naughty. So if you continually punch someone, knock them out, or whatever, it's daft. Or like, what happened? I was trying to put a grey cat in a ship or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think I got fined twice for collisions, and I'm like, I'm driving it up your ramp. You designed this ship, you nutters. Mental, absolutely mental. But yeah, hopefully they can, if they can tone it back, I think that will make people happy. But yeah, I just think that it's a little bit crazy at the minute with the fines. Okay, so next up we've got a post from Taiwan, and it says, at CIG, temporarily suspend the sale of Aurora and Mustang packages or provide Avenger Titans. And basically the argument here is that the Aurora and the Mustang starships, they're not really fit for purpose as far as current gameplay, because most of the gameplay is doing like mission box missions and stuff like that, and they're basically moaning that they're not really fit for that kind of purpose. But what can you do? These ships are really old, and they've been in the game forever, and they're not really designed for that, are they?
The Mustang's not really that old anymore. It kind of got redone recently, didn't it? I mean, they're the starter ships. That is what they are. So taking them out, I mean, the Mustang's not exactly the most ideal starter ship because you can't carry boxes, which, like you say, is kind of a big thing when you first start playing the game.
Yeah.
But the Aurora can actually transport boxes.
Tricky.
I mean, well, you can get up the ladder with the box stuck to your hand magically, so there's that. Or you can actually place the box onto the back of the Aurora. I think it's like the ring, the door ring that opens on the sides.
Yeah.
If you kind of angle the box when you're trying to place it, you can do it in such a way that when it falls down, it lands inside the ship. So there's a couple of ways you can get it. It's not ideal, obviously, but it works. It works a damn sight better than the Mustang. The Mustang's just pretty much useless.
Yeah, that ship's ag. I mean, everyone in the comments who's kind of commented on our Mustang, I think it was the beta, was the one that got the most comments about, putting mission boxes in. And like, seriously, the weird and wonderful ways these people are coming up with to try and get boxes in their ships is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
From that standpoint, I fully agree. I think that the ships, I don't think they should be taken out, and they're never going to do that because people buy them. But I think that they need an immediate rework of just the smallest thing, which is just being able to get a box in. However they want to do that, whether they want to put ramps on them or whatever, something, just to make it a little easier. I think that would fix the problem, because other than that, I think they're fine ships, to be honest.
Yeah. And to actually fly them and in a fight, they're not too bad. The ships go, but it's just at the moment they're just not great for 50% of the gameplay.
And temporarily providing an Avenger Titan, agreed. Give everyone a Titan. They're fucking amazing.
Yeah, I mean the Avenger Titan is still the best starter ship in the game from
definitely
everyone's metrics. Should they actually give one out though? Why? Why should they give one? I don't know. I don't really agree with that one.
No. Maybe if they take the Aurora or the Mustang away from people while they're doing a rework, although they don't normally do that, then give them a Titan. Don't just give people random Titans. Give us Titans. We'll take all your Titans. That's fine. But, yeah, I do love the Titan. In fact, I haven't flown one for a while, so I'm gonna have to peel for yours, I think, and go for a fly.
Yeah.
Cool. So next up, we've got a post from Shui, and it says quality of life. As you know, with the change in development introduced last year, with the staggered development, quality of life has become priority. And one of the main objectives of the first half of 2020 remains more quality of life. And then there's basically a list of existing things that need improvement, basically. Things like chat, which you'll hear me say in almost every stream, fucking chat.
Oh, yeah.
Because... yeah, you go first to third and back to first, and your chat's back again, and it's taking up half your screen. But yeah, I mean, there's loads of things like optimizing shopping UI so that you've got like one, and then you choose a color, which we've discussed before.
Yep.
They're all really good ideas. The problem is that there's just so many of them. How do they prioritize these things, basically?
Yeah. The problem is they kind of leave these things because they're not game breaking. CIG will just leave them till later, it's not important, we'll deal with that later. But the list is getting so long now that something kind of needs to give. The UI one, I think, is probably the biggest. We need some UI improvements, and that chat box needs to just fuck off.
Yes, permanently. I don't care what you got to say.
Yeah, I don't care about people arguing in general chat. I just don't care about it. I just turn it off. I don't even look at it. I think the only time I've actually responded to anyone on chat is if they've asked a question or they're stuck with something, and I can kind of help them out a little bit. And that's the only time I speak to people on there. Yeah,
I mean, that is literally the only reason you'd need to, because most of the time when people do chat there, it is just drivel. And then occasionally you'll get someone who's on there who has a genuine need, and then fair enough. But the problem is their question normally goes, "Oh, I've got this thing around it," and then it's gone because so many people are just going, "My ship's stuck," and or like, "You blew me up." You're like, no one cares.
Yeah. Stop crying. No one cares.
All join a Discord and fuck off. But yeah, there's a lot of problems with the UI, and that is kind of, I think, for quality of life improvements, that's one of the biggest, because that and the star map, I think those two things need so much work to make them like usable, because oh god, I cry every time I have to open a map. It's just unreal.
Yep. QT HUD, that's another kind of annoying one. It doesn't line up properly. It's minor, but it's kind of part of the UI thing, so I think UI kind of stretches over quite a lot of these kind of niggling issues that are going on.
Yeah, definitely.
But there are some other big ones like shield holes, missiles not working, oxygen ships. Yeah, that's a I mean, we've been waiting for that for years.
Yeah. We really want some like decent cinematic stuff, but you can't take your fucking helmet off. It's annoying.
Yeah.
There's the missiles one that really bugs me because sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. So sometimes you'll pick a fight, you'll think, 3 ships, I've got missiles, I can take them, and then all of a sudden your missiles aren't working and you're getting hammered, and you think, well, I now have to run away like a pussy, and that annoys me so much. I wish they either just didn't work or they did. I hate the fact that they're kind of on and off all the time in my different ships. That bugs me.
Yeah. Actual combat feedback as well. There's many times I'm in combat and I'm getting shot, but I'm not hearing any noise or seeing any kind of shield animation to tell me that I'm getting hit. I think I'm dodging bullets like fucking Neo, but apparently I'm not, because there's damage. Yeah. It is crazy. I think, I mean, obviously, now we are just moaning about, but there is a lot to moan about. And let's face it, it's become a little bit more noticeable in this patch. There's a lot of like little issues which have suddenly come to the forefront. Mostly is UI, mostly is the map not working, so you just can't get around. Then when you want to quantum, you can't quantum because either the things are screwed, or it literally you just can't quantum. They've messed up group quantum, and the list is getting longer and longer. Like you said, eventually this list is going to be so long. How do you tackle it? Do you know what I mean? How do you sift through it and find the things that are kind of priority? I fear for them. I do, because if they let this carry on, this list eventually is going to be so long that I think it's just going to be, spot the good bit of the game in amongst all these problems, So, Microtech. There you go. It's one good bit. But, yeah, just because it's pretty. Yeah, the systems are fucked, but, oh, look, we got a shiny planet. Yeah, with nothing to do. Okay, so last up we've got a post from Everyday Gamer Juna, and it says, just kidnapped a Hurston Security Guard called Steve. Steve and I had a great time. We visited Grimhex and also Port Olisar, where Steve just did his job and killed citizens with crime stat. I love this video. This was pointed out actually on our Discord, and it's hilarious. And we've had a similar experience where we took a pirate once and we onto our ship. Yeah, I think we locked him into the toilet, didn't we? We did, yeah. And then he disappeared, I think, because I died. Yeah, something like that. Very annoying. Yeah, it is very funny. I love the fact that sometimes when because we've just talked about all of the really negative things in the game, but then there are some weird bugs that when they happen, they bring joy. And this is one of them, the ability to slide a random guard, an armed guard around. It's just hilarious. Yeah. I think he took him to Grimhex, didn't he, as well? Just set him down guard post and just taking out criminals as they come up the elevator. Yeah, I love them. In the video, you'll basically see this guard just shooting anyone who walks out of Port Olisar. It's hilarious. And well done, man. It's very, very funny. And I think we're going to have to, unless they've patched this already, we may have to try getting ourselves a Steve one night. Okay, so there you have it, folks. That's all the posts for this week. We hope you liked them. We hope you found them or amusing. If you did like them, then don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more Star Citizen content. And don't forget to get commenting on this and every video in the month of January for your chance to win the awesome Avenger Titan game package with 24 months of insurance, which is pretty awesome. So get commenting, and don't forget, every unique comment per video will count. And don't forget to append it with DB. You can put it in whatever you like. Just make sure there's a DB there somewhere so we know you want to win. And that is pretty much it. So, thanks everyone once again for all your support over the past year. We really appreciate it. And we will see you again next week. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.